Hey everyone, this is Harry from Spurs TV, back one of the match review video. So Spurs won 4-0 at Manchester City. Probably surprising result, somewhat kind of, well, surprising in the actual scoreline, but kind of like not surprising in some ways and surprising in a lot of ways. So let's get into it. So first of all, Ange made a couple of changes. Some were forced. So Dragoosh and Davies came in for Romero and Van der Ven, who, if people don't know, they're already injured. And Bentancur is suspended for 7 games for obviously his comments to do with Son, etc. I'm not going to get into it. So as a consequence, Maddison came into the team. We had a midfielder, Bissouma, Sarr, and Maddison in the middle. Kulusevski was moved on to the right, and Johnson didn't come in either. And obviously the front line was Kulusevski, Son, and Solanke. So Spurs managed to take an early lead with Maddison after a flurry of Man City attacks. Unsurprisingly, City didn't score. It's been like their story for that past month really, since we beat them at White Hart Lane, whatever it was called, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, in the cup. This is their 5th game now they've lost in a row, which is the first actually in Pep's career. So do Spurs have a hoodoo over Man City? Ironically, before Man City got their money, Spurs did actually have a very good record against City. So I don't know, maybe there is something there. But you guys have your own thoughts of it. So Spurs won 4-0. Maddison got 2 goals. It was his return to the side after being out for a few games, whether that was tactical or not tactical, or I'm not going to really get into that. But he showed today why he should probably be playing most games. And what I like about today is he was playing quite hard up the pitch. He wasn't really dropping off as much as he was in previous games that he was playing earlier in the season. And obviously, Kulusevski again was really good. I felt like defensively as well, Maddison was really good, which is probably why he is my man of the match and probably most people's man of the match. And he's made a real case for himself to be playing the next few games for us. Obviously, Solanke didn't really have any chances, but he get the assist for the Porro goal. Well, Porro's goal was probably the nicest goal in my opinion for me. Even Werner got an assist at the end for Johnson. The game was kind of done and dusted at 3-0 once the third went in. And City just couldn't break Spurs down. They did have chances, but it just wasn't clicking for them. I know a lot of people claim the Rodri thing, but I think it's a bit more than that. I do think that Pep's uncertainty of whether he's staying or not was kind of causing part of these problems. I mean, maybe now he's signed a new contract, it will stop, but obviously it didn't today. And like I said, do Spurs have something over Man City, like psychologically? It makes me think that maybe we do. I mean, before the game, I was with a friend and he was talking about how even though he doesn't support Tottenham, he expected Spurs to get something against City and he wouldn't be surprised if we do. Whilst I was like, we're going to lose because City at some point are going to have to win a game. And I thought it would be today. And obviously, we weren't not favourites still. I guess some people argue we were because I were on the 4-match losing run, but we did the job. But what I found most alarming was the fact we weren't playing Angeball, as people like to call it, the high line and that. I don't know whether that was by design, that, you know, the line dropped deeper because City were having most of the ball and we were just playing the counter by like a consequence of City's play. Like the players kind of had to fall into that system or sort of strategy, to kind of counteract the fact City had so much of the ball. And like I said, they did miss chances. I think Haaland even hit the bar late on. But we just were clinical. I mean, I think we had even less than half the amount of shots City had, and we won the game 4-0. Like, we took every single one of our chances pretty much, which is brilliant. But will Ange go and do this away to another team? And I mean just any other away team like Forest, because Forest, I know they lost today to Arsenal, but at home they'll be a different animal. Obviously we've got Fulham next at home, and we have to, at least in the league-wise, we've got Roma midweek, but we should be winning that game anyway. They're kind of in disarray, but this is Tottenham for you. But against the league-wise, we need to go and beat Fulham now at home, because we should, on paper, I'm not saying we have to destroy them, but we should be beating them, because the problem with Spurs is we'll win a game like this, and then we'll lose just like an Ipswich. We'll win a game again, and we'll lose like a Palace, or we'll win a game, and it just makes you think like you can't predict us. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. So we have to break that pattern, and the only way I'm going to be proven, to be on Ange's side is if we break the pattern. And I see like a 10-game streak where we win, say like 5, 6, 7 of them, draw 2, and maybe lose 1 of them, if that makes sense. I guess 10 games is like a marker because that's kind of like a quarter of the season. I'm not saying the first 10 games, which is the honeymoon period. I'm talking about like now. Because some people point to his first 10 games and say, oh, look, we were so good in the first 10 games. But that's kind of the honeymoon period. I was talking about, later down the line, especially because Ange himself in the press conference was saying something like he thinks we're better now than we were before, even though obviously statistics may show otherwise. But this is what I mean. Consistently inconsistent Tottenham strikes again. It's a great win, but I'm not getting ahead of myself, and we'll just see what happens against Fulham next. I think we're playing them on Monday, I think. It might be Monday Night Football, I'm not too sure. But next one, play Fulham at home. We'll see what happens. Can we keep up a run for once? I guess we're going to find out and come on.